hope everyone had a great holiday. My name is Bobby Fredette, and today I'm here to talk to you about a very highly controversial subject going on within our nation right now, and that is the subject of welfare. The title of my presentation is going to be Welfare. Don't take the rug out from under me. Now, the reason that this subject is so highly controversial is because of the budget cuts that are taking place within our nation right now. Government assistance programs such as welfare provide low-income families the opportunity to raise themselves above the poverty level by giving them assistance in areas such as food, housing, or even health care. Now, granted, a lot of these programs are expensive, so the government is needing to make sure that people aren't abusing the privileges or taking advantage of the opportunity that they've been given. Now, we're first going to hear an interview from Judge Judy Scheimlin. She's got her own opinion about what's going on in the welfare system right now. And after all of the facts are presented, we're going to see whether or not you still believe that we need this assistance in our nation.
Shifting the emphasis from individual responsibility to government responsibility, we have infantilized an entire population. We expect too much from our government.
Absolutely right. I think that 150 years ago, when Abe Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address, everybody served in the Army. Big ones, tall ones, strong ones, not so strong ones. If you had an ear infection, you still served. If you could only see out of one eye, you still served. You did what you had to do in order to take that responsibility to the next level. Well, I think that if you have children, you have to do whatever it takes to support them. That's your job. I made children. I supported the children and brought them up, the ones that I made. I actually don't want to support your children, right? I don't. You have 3 children. You have 3 children because you know it's expensive to raise children. It's expensive. I mean, sure, it's very nice. You can pop out a baby every year, you know. And then have a television program, you know, named in your honor. But actually, if you're responsibly parenting, you only have the number of children that you can afford to take care of. And when the government, in effect, says to you, you know what? You have them, we'll take care of them. And when the government says, in my view, and I know that this is going to sound harsh, and I'm going to get lots of mail. Don't send me negative mail. I don't read it. I'm too old. If you are a drug addict or an alcoholic, I actually don't think that that's the kind of disability that should be subsidized by the American public who work hard for their money, those people who are working. If you...
Now let's take a second and talk about Judge Judy's interview. While her opinion is very much respected, it is the stereotypical idea of the type of people that are accessing these benefits right now. Is it true that the majority of the people on the welfare system are in fact alcoholics or drug addicts or just people looking for a handout? Take into account a personal story from a woman named Melissa DeVelma. She accessed the welfare system just a few years ago while she was living in Boston, a single mother taking care of her children. While she was on welfare, she was given $478 in cash monthly, as well as $367 in food stamps monthly, and her rent was lowered to $131 for a 2-bedroom apartment. They calculated that while she was on this system, she was given a total of roughly $33,000 a year. Now, what did she do with this money and this opportunity? Melissa DeVelma went to college. She got a bachelor's degree and is now still a single mother working hard and contributing back into the federal government, which gave her so much assistance just these many years ago. In response to success stories such as this one, the Cato Institute conducted a survey. They ended up doing a study called the Work and Welfare Trade-Off. During this study, they totaled the benefits for a single mother in states such as Hawaii, which provides the highest amount of benefits, would total to be around $49,000 a year. And a majority of other states, a person accessing this program would be given more than a first-year teacher would make. They concluded that the welfare system facilitates laziness and contributes to people not wanting to work. Now, there are some fallacies in their logic. One of these include that the majority of people on welfare don't receive all the benefits that a hypothetical single mother would make. In fact, 15% of the people on welfare aren't getting the housing benefit, which is the largest contributor to the amount of money that they would make annually. The housing benefit provides people housing at a discount or at a completely free rate. They also fail to account that many of the benefits are given to the people even after they start working. So these are people like Melissa DeVelma that access the benefits and then went on to get education or to get a job, but are still needing a little bit of extra help. But they are in fact still being taxed on the income from the work that they're doing. So they're giving back to the system that they're also taking from. The majority of households actually receiving food stamps are from able-bodied working adults. And in 2011, it was concluded that 86% of children on Medicaid came from working families. So what does all this information tell us? In an article by The Progressive, America Needs Welfare in These Tough Times, it has been noticed that our economy is in the same predicament that it was during the Great Depression, which is when these public assistance programs were instituted. We're still going through long spells of unemployment, and people are still needing this in order to survive. We're figuring that 1 in 7 people are needing food stamps right now. That means 1 in 7 families that you know are needing assistance with groceries in order to feed themselves or their families. So are you going to tell me that 1 in 7 people just are going to be allowed to starve? Now, it's true that our poverty prevention system isn't necessarily working. We're also finding that a lot of these people that are giving food stamps are selling them back at market price. So they're making money off of a free government assistance. What are some solutions that we can use to reform this problem instead of taking it away completely? Well, we could do what the Swedish do. The Swedish tax their benefits. So at the end of the year, it's calculated how much benefits these families are given, and they are paying taxes on what they're provided. We could also promote more jobs in the job centers instead of just having more places for people to come and enroll in the benefits. And even when they come to enroll, we can always give them the opportunity to apply for jobs or work on their resumes in order to get themselves prepared to go back into the system. Now, there's also an issue with people with social, mental, criminal, or drug problems. This does account for a pretty significant amount of people on the welfare system, but these are people that have a disability that are, in fact, going to need these benefits. Now, instead of just handing them out freely, we could also help to get them treatment instead. So that way these people are able to take care of themselves, address the issues that they need, and then hopefully get back into our workforce. So while so many of our nation's citizens still have their judgment immensely clouded by the stereotypes concerning the welfare system, it's important to understand the facts as a whole so that you can have a more informed decision. Welfare has many faces. It has the face of the single mother who is needing to take care of her children and work her way through college, as well as that of the middle-aged man not wanting to work and still make minimum wage. But the fact is that we can't just take the system out from everyone that needs it. In the words of our former president, Ronald Reagan, welfare's purpose should be to eliminate, as far as possible, the need for its own existence. We need to reform the system in order to get back to where it started, and that's helping American families get back on their feet by giving them public assistance.